Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaz and I'm an intuitive and a healer. In today's video we're going to have a look at what is coming towards you in 2025. I did one of these last year for 2024. You can go back and have a look at that. I'll link it at the end of the video. There are three piles to choose from today. Pile 1 we have blue lace agate, Morgana calcite, antiquite. In pile 2 we've got onyx, tiger's eye and rhodochrosite. In pile 3 we've got sea glass, unakite and prehnite. So you can go ahead and choose your pile. Each crystal will be allocated to either career and finances, relationships and health. So we're going to cover all of those areas in each reading. The timestamps will be below so you can go directly to your reading and I will see you there. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. I'm going to channel through the crystals. For this one, I'm going to talk about career and finances. I feel like something has been fledgling this year and next year it's going to take off. So it might have been that you've started something new. Maybe it's a new job, maybe it's a new enterprise or a new business. And it's been a little slow, but it's just like a fledgling. It's a baby and it's grown not much, but it's grown a little and you've seen some progress. However, this year it's really going to take off. So what was once a baby is now going to grow into maturity. So it might even be a hobby that you're hoping to monetize. So maybe it's a social media account or something like that that you're hoping to get more traction on. For some of you, I feel that maybe you've just been granted a promotion and you've just started in the job or you're about to start in the job in the new year. And this is something a little bit perhaps out of your comfort zone, but you're going to do very well at it. So it's just a matter of getting used to the role, and I feel that'll take you a good couple of months and then you will fly with it. So I feel that you may be trying to prove yourself immediately, but there's going to be a bit of time that you need to adjust to the role first, and then you'll be able to prove yourself in it. And others will be happy with your progress. For those of you with a new business or a new creative idea, I feel that perhaps for some of you, you've been percolating this idea for maybe 6 months or so, and next year you're going to have the opportunity to actually step into that idea and bring it into reality. So often things start with concepts in our mind and then we're able to bring them into the material, we're able to bring them into, ground them into the energy of the earth so that we can bring them into reality. And I feel that you're going to get the opportunity to do that next year in 2025. Let's see. So for all of you in this group, I feel that there will be an increase in finances. Now for some of you it might just be to the next pay grade. For others of you I feel like it's going to be a whopping bonus or a huge hike. So it really just depends on what position you're in. But for all of you I feel that things are going to be better financially than they were in 2024. So there's going to be improvement. I feel that some of you need to balance your budget a little. So perhaps you've been overspending in one area and not putting enough attention to another area, and that's what you're going to look at in 2025 and really feel your way around this. It's like with this new enterprise or business or promotion or step up at work or pay rise, it's going to bring in some financial savvy with it. So I don't know if you're going to be working with people that maybe are financially savvy and they're just going to give you hints and tips about what they do, or whether there's a salary sacrificing that comes along with this, or bonuses that come along with this, or some sort of enforced saving, or something. There's something that goes along with this newness in 2025 that helps you with your financial management. For some of you, I feel like you're stepping into a new home or a new house as well. And it may be you've been looking for a while and you just haven't found the right place for you, but 2025 is going to be the time that you're able to do it. the energy is right for it. So it might not be until later in the year, maybe September or so, but maybe you need to save up some finances to get to that point to be able to achieve what you want to achieve here with the home. Whatever it is, I feel that stability is coming in. Perhaps things have been a little bit shaky for a while. Some of you might have had casual jobs for a long time and now you're getting a permanent job, and with that comes health benefits or superannuation or something along those lines where you're able to actually put more away or put more into your future planning. Yeah, overall that's a pretty good feeling for career and finances for you. So I'm going to look at relationships here. For those of you already in a relationship, I feel that it's stable and strong. You might have your few hiccups, but in all honesty, what relationship doesn't? It's a matter of sometimes taking a step back and looking at what you do have and being grateful for what you do have that makes the difference. And I feel that there are going to be many occasions in 2025 where you're going to look at your partner and think, I'm really grateful that you're with me. And it's not because anything horrible is going to happen. It's more like there will be a reflective process on your relationship. And you may have been in partnership for a long time, and partnerships go through phases, and this 2025 is going to be a great phase for your relationship. So there may be some growth there. There may be some problems that you had in the past that are overcome really to finality in 2025. Maybe something that reared its head every couple of years or every 5 years or whatever it happens to be is going to be put to bed in 2025. So you finally come to conclusion on it, which is wonderful. Like I feel stability if you're already in a relationship. So there's nice stability there. I feel that your partner as well, I'm going back to finances here, will have some sort of financial windfall or some financial bonus or even a raise as well. So your overall collective finances will be looking better from both you and your partner. There's going to be a surprise on the way for some of you. So if you're trying to conceive, I feel that this year in 2025 would be a really good year to do that. If you're an older couple, there may be a grandchild coming, or there may even be a puppy or a kitten or another animal coming into the family that perhaps you didn't intend to invite in, but it happens regardless. And either way, whether this is something you go out of your way to achieve or not, it will be very welcome, very welcome. Like I get a really lovely feeling, like a real lovely, stable family feeling for this group if you're already in partnership. For singles, I feel a little bit of trepidation and I'm not sure why. Let me have a feel here. Okay, some of you are regularly dating and you're just finding it dismal and finding it really frustrating. And I feel that in 2025 you're going to meet two people who have a lot more potential than what you've seen in quite some time. It may be that you meet one and it fizzles out and then you meet another. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes we get prepared for the better relationship with one that you think has potential and then it doesn't. And then another relationship that is much better comes along. So what I'm saying here is don't give up hope if you have been trying to find a partner and it's not been successful, because 2025 is going to be a year that gives you hope that there are great partners out there. And it's just a matter of energy. I feel that you've been going through some sort of completion in your life, and it may be that in 2024 you've been in a personal year 9 and you're stepping into a personal year 1, or you're stepping into your power year. And so there's more potential for better relationships in 2025 for you. Now for others, I literally see you meeting the partner of your dreams and that being it. It'll just be like, One day they're not there, the next day they are. And it'd be like, oh, that happened really fast. And it's just like an energetic beacon that you're giving out and they're giving out, and you come together and you're magnetically attracted to each other. So if you do get the urge to go somewhere that's out of the ordinary, or visit a friend that you haven't seen in ages, and it's a sudden urge that you haven't really thought about and it hasn't been planned, go for it. Because what you'll find is that might be where you meet the perfect person for you at this time. Yeah, and it's almost going to be quite magical. So it really depends on your circumstances at the moment, your energy field, and yeah, what's planned for you. Because I feel that for some of you, the person that is planned for you is getting themselves ready as well as you're getting yourself ready. So it's a matter of energy and when the time is right. And I don't mean time as in man's time, I mean divine timing. So maybe there's a set of circumstances that has to happen first. Maybe your career needs to be stable before this person comes in, so that you're concentrating on your career when you need to. Things like that. Maybe you're a single mother or a single father, and your children need to get to a certain age before you can invite someone else in, because of how you feel but also how your children feel. So there's always reasons why it might differ depending on what your individual circumstances are. So I'm going here for health. Let's have a feel here. Again, I feel you're very stable this year. If you've got pre-existing conditions, I don't feel they're going to get any worse. If you haven't got anything going on, you're going to be fine, in a nutshell. I do feel that if anything's going to happen, it's going to be more on the mental plane, so that if you get stressed or overworked or overwhelmed by anything, that is going to play more with perhaps not sleeping, not being able to relax, that wired and tired type feeling. So it's going to be more leaning towards burnout symptoms than anything else that's physical. Or maybe mood swings because you're stressed, but not really because of anything else. So if you have a balanced lifestyle and you have a work-life balance, everything will be fine. It's more to do with the stress side of life, and maybe your thoughts, worrying about things, keeping you up at night is going to affect your immune system, which is going to make you more susceptible to things like colds and things that are going around. So it's more about keeping a balance. Otherwise, things are going to be very stable health-wise for you. I feel that some of you are really going to be drawn outside and wanting to be outside more. Perhaps you are going into a job that is inside, in an enclosed environment, and you feel the need to get outside. So you might go out on your lunch breaks and be outside, or before work or after work, try and spend as much time outside as you can. But this will be more, it's not me telling you this advice and you following that advice, it's more about an internal urge within you to do that. So just follow your instincts is what I'm going to say this year, because your intuition will lead you a long way. Okay, Group 1, that sounds like a lovely year. I hope you have a wonderful year. I will see you in my next reading. Group 2, welcome to your reading. I'm going to pick up this one first and talk about career and finances. I know this is a stone that's traditionally used for relationships, but that's not what I want to do today. Okay. I know the reason why I picked up this one for career and finances, because you're going to love what this year brings you in career and finances. I feel that there's a lot of good things in that area in your life this year. I feel there's going to be a big concentration of energy in career and finances this year, and often they go hand in hand anyway. If your career is successful, your finances will be successful too. I feel that as a group you're pretty good with your finances, so I just feel like this will be a supplement to your finances in a way. Your career, I feel that you're going to be recognised a little bit more in your career. So you might have, I'm bearing in mind, like maybe you're going to have something published in your field of expertise, or you're going to be known as an expert in your field. For some reason, there's more attention on you in your career this year for a very positive reason. This isn't because you're in trouble and you're not doing what you're supposed to. It's a really positive thing. You might be winning an award, either in your workplace or further out in your field. It's something you're going to be recognised for and celebrated this year. There may very well be a prize attached to this, because I get the strong sense of winning in something. Or maybe you're an athlete and you're going to win whatever competition you're going for. There's some sort of winning, or maybe you've just got personal goals in your career that you're going to be winning at this year. But I feel it's a very positive time for your career. And in fact, a lot of your attention will be on career this year, and the other parts of your life will still be there, but it will be like this is your main focus. It's a career year for you. You may be stepping into a personal year 8, or you may be going into your power year in your numerology personal year, because there's a lot of positive drive here and a lot of positive attention in your career. Some of you may be teachers and be getting accolades for being really good at what you do, or getting a lot of positive feedback from your students. Yeah, I just feel it's really positive, and there's some sort of prize, or if not, just recognition there. So let's look at relationships now. I want to go to singles straight away. If you're single, this is really not the year to meet, for most of you, to meet the person that you want to settle down with. This may just be a year of meeting people and having some fun, and just having casual relationships, if you could even call them relationships. I feel that because your attention is on your career, you haven't really got anything to give anyone at the moment. But that's not to say that there isn't potential there, but it's up to you to nurture it. So if you are really focused on your career, perhaps you don't have time to put into a relationship, and it may be that you're very honest about this with whoever the people are that you're meeting. But I feel that most of your energy is going towards your career, so you just don't have that much to give. And for some of you, really not interested, because you want to be career focused this year. And for a lot of you, that may change next year. Now, for those of you with children, I'm feeling that your children might feel a little bit neglected if you are working really hard. So you need to find a little bit of balance there and give time to your children, because children have a little bit of a different concept. You're out there working your hardest for them and your family, but they may see it as, Mum or Dad's not here, they don't love me. So try and give some dedicated time, either every day or every week, to your children, because they do need that, and it helps you to switch off from your career and have a little break at least once a week. For those of you in couples, I feel that if you're working hard, your partner is picking up the slack, and they need to be acknowledged for that. Or they may be working super hard and career focused this year, and you're picking up the burden of responsibility. Either way, the person holding the fort needs to be acknowledged. So whether it's you or your partner, they do need to be acknowledged. So if you're holding the burden, you need to tell your partner that you appreciate their working hard, but you do need some acknowledgement or some help in places. Otherwise, things are going to get a little bit prickly, because your partner would see it as them doing it for your family, whereas you would see it as them not working with your family. So there'll be a bit of tug either side, a bit of opposition. So I think here just communication is the key, and just speaking up about how you feel. Now, if you are the one working hard and focusing on your career, you do need to be mindful that your partner might be struggling at times. And even if it's emotional support because you can't give them physical support because you're busy, just being there to listen and appreciate them for what they're doing will do wonders for your relationship. Now, that's all I'm getting around relationship there. I'm just trying to feel if there's another little section here of people. I've covered the singles, I've covered the parents, I've covered the couples. I feel that for some other couples, maybe career's not a focus, but something else in life is, and it's the same situation. So I don't feel like I need to say, like just say if you're a retiree, that career isn't an option here, but there may be something else. Maybe you're looking after lots of grandkids, or one of you has got a lot of hobbies and the other one doesn't have any other interests. So just bear in mind your partner if that is applicable. Now, if you're not interested in partnership at all, that's fine, because you won't be harassed in any way this year, because I feel that you're just not there. There may be a couple of opportunities that look enticing, but you just may not feel enough to actually get involved. Okay, let's look at health. I'm hearing the term "it's just not cricket," and I don't know what that's about. I think that used to be an advert many, many years ago. That it wasn't fair, or, you know, there's a bit of unfairness. Let's have a look here. Health-wise, I don't feel like there's going to be anything out of the ordinary for you as a group. For those of you who have things already going on health-wise, there may be a little bit of progression, but it's almost like you have the power here, and you have the ability to control whatever it is. So it may be, let's take for example diabetes. You have the ability to control it through diet and lifestyle choices. So that's just an example there. So I feel that I don't think there's going to be a thunderbolt of anything. It's going to be something you already know about, or something that's just a bit of a niggle. So maybe joint aches or headaches that you get, or a bit of sinusitis or seasonal stuff. I actually feel some of you are going to be jumping for joy. So maybe you get some good news around your health. Maybe you had a previous health condition and it's dramatically improved this year, or goes into remission, or disappears altogether, or gets fixed by surgery or something like that. And I literally said people jumping, so I don't know if you're maybe thinking of getting some exercise by rebounding or trampolining, because I see a lot of jumping. Yeah. I'm feeling that if you're over 60, that there's going to be some sort of low impact exercise that you're bringing into your life that you haven't been doing before. Maybe that's why I'm seeing the jumping. It might even be swimming or something like that, like you feel you need to start doing something. And it actually improves things that have been grumbling along maybe for a while. Just little conditions like joint aches or inflammation or, you know, constipation. Something like that. Okay, group 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I will see you in my next one. Group 3, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to pick up one of these crystals and channel through it. So I'm going to start with career and finances here. I'm hearing the term higgledy-piggledy. So I feel that perhaps for you as a group, some of you have not got your finances under control at this point, or there might have been some financial losses in the last couple of years, and there's a bit of a mess going on. Or it might be that you've got a lot of subscriptions coming out and you're not actually using or utilising those subscriptions, and so you feel like things are draining faster than what they're filling, as in your bank account. I feel like there's probably more outgoings than incomings, and it's just a matter of, as boring as this may sound to some people, sitting down and looking at things and looking at your income and your outgoings, and just looking at perhaps where things are funneling out where they don't have to. I'm not seeing any financial crisis here. What I'm actually just seeing is a bit of a mess. Like maybe you don't know where your money's going. You have absolutely no idea. And you might be a bit shocked to see that you spend $100 a week on coffee or something like that. It's just a matter of having a look at it, I feel, just to be mindful of where things are going. I feel like your income's going to be quite stable this year. There won't be much of a change, but other things might come in that might challenge your finances a little bit. So let's just say that your dog gets sick and you have to pay some vet bills, or just something that's a little bit left field or out of the ordinary that you have to account for this year. So I feel like at the beginning of the year it would be a good time to have a look at what's happening, what's in your savings, if you've got anything in savings, how much interest you're paying on your credit cards, things like that, and just tidy it up a bit. I don't think that there's anything to worry about. I just think you need to be mindful of what's happening. So career-wise, what am I seeing? I'm seeing stability. I'm not seeing too much changing for this group. I feel that perhaps you as a group have got a stable foundation here, and I don't see too much changing. If you are thinking about changing your job, it may not happen this year. It may happen in 2026, because I feel like you're pretty stable where you are. You may be thinking that you'd like to, but the thought of having to put together a CV and go to interviews and all of that sort of thing might seem a bit daunting to you at the moment. And just trust your gut on that. I feel that if you really feel like you need to change jobs, do it. But I'm not seeing that for a lot of you. I'm just seeing a stable working environment. For some of you, you may even be retired, and I just see a stable life where you're doing your hobbies and doing whatever fills your days in a stable, calm way. Yeah, lovely. Okay, relationships. Let's see here. I want to go straight to singles here. If you're single, this is a good year to meet someone. Now, it may not be the first person you meet in 2025. It may not be the second. It may not be the third. But by the end of the year, you may have met someone that you think you have a future with. I'm hearing the term kiss a lot of frogs. So there may be quite a few people stepping forward that you think look good on paper, but when you get to know them, you think, no, this really isn't the person for me. I actually think you might be surprised by who you end up with in the end, because you have set ideals on what you want in a person, and this is based on past experience. So you've had someone perhaps that was unemployed, or someone that didn't know what they wanted to do with their life and had no direction, or someone who was a drinker or something like this. And so you have fast set rules. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to end up with someone with those characteristics, but what I'm saying is it might be someone completely different to who you thought you might be with. Maybe in the past you've gone out with professional people and you end up in a relationship with, I don't know, someone who's not professional. So, or vice versa, you've always been with people who are tradesmen and you end up with an executive. Something like that. Or, you've always gone out with nurses and you end up with a politician. Something that's a little bit different for you, but they're going to make you a good match. But I feel that perhaps if it's going to happen in 2025, it'll be way towards the end, and it may even happen 2026 here. Now, for those of you already in partnership, I see for some of you, you may decide that this relationship is not for you. And for others of you, I see just stable times ahead. So it really depends on you as an individual here. I feel that for those who have been feeling that the relationship has been rocky for a while and you've worked through several things, but you're still deep down in your heart not entirely happy, you may be the people that move on. Now, if you're in a couple, and of course every couple has ups and downs, and you've sorted through things and you feel happy, this isn't the message for you. So just take it as it resonates, because I feel that those of you who know, you know. And I feel that even if it happens later in the year, you may still have that niggling feeling that I don't think that this relationship's going to last. And it may not be you that instigates the ending of the relationship, but regardless, you may still have that niggling feeling. Now, I'm not saying that anyone's doing anything horrible to the other person or anything like that. It's more about a resonance and goals in life. Sometimes we come together with partners to achieve certain things, and once those things are achieved, that relationship is no longer needed. So there's a split, and it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt and it's not upsetting or it's, easy. It just means that sometimes the energy is not there to sustain the relationship. So just bear that in mind. Children are very important here in this group. I feel that a lot of you have children, and your relationship with your children is the most important thing here. And I don't know if there's something going on globally, but what I feel is that a lot of children in 2025 are going to feel unstable or scared for some reason. And I'm not sure what that's about, but I feel generally a majority of the world's children are going to feel unsettled, is the word I want to use. Maybe not terrified, maybe not scared, maybe unsettled. And because children are intuitive, maybe they're picking up an energy around them or out in the world or whatever it is, but I feel that they need support. So your children come first and your family as a whole comes first here. Okay, health. So let's have a look. I feel like there's shiny, happy people in this group. I feel that if you've had something for a really long time, it's not going to progress into anything this year. I feel like for some people there'll be an actual regression. So just so that you've had arthritis for a long time, it's actually going to improve in 2025. It may not completely go away, but it will improve. I feel that if you've got anything that flares up or just appears, I'm feeling a lot of natural health remedies for this group. So you may want to see a Reiki practitioner or an acupuncturist or a herbalist or a naturopath or dietitian, whatever it happens to be. Because I feel that, again, you guys must be very sensitive in this group, because your children are certainly sensitive. Sometimes I think there's something energetic going on in the world, because a lot of people might get symptoms that are actually more energetic in nature than physical. Like you might get a congested head and it just won't clear no matter what you do, and it might just be stuck energy. That's just an example, but I feel that if your health does decline this year, look at the energetic route as well as the normal routes of dealing with issues, because I feel like there's a lot of energetic stuff that's going on that's going to affect people, particularly if you're sensitive to energy. I feel that getting into water is very important for you this year. So whether it's swimming or going to the, going to the pool, going to the beach, going to the lake, or having regular baths is going to be really important to you this year. I feel like it soothes your soul, is what I'm hearing. You may have some Atlantean, maybe that's what it is. I feel like there's a lot of Atlantean energy arising this year, and there may be a lot of Atlantean connections here going on. Maybe that's what's happening with you. So water will be very important. Natural bodies of water, but if you're at home, your own bath, hop in there on a regular basis, or go to float tanks, or, things like that. Foot baths even if you don't have a bath. If there's anything going on with someone's heart, I suggest, like if you've got diagnosed heart conditions, yes, deal with that on the physical basis as you would normally deal with it, but also see someone about some energetic clearing of your heart, because I feel like there is energy stuck there as well. And, they do say that blocked energy is the root cause of all disease, so just bear that in mind too, that will actually assist with your heart if there's a problem there. Okay, Group 3, that's all I have for you. Hope you have a wonderful 2025, but I will see you in my next reading.